Imagine just for a moment that the sun, the center of our solar system, the source of all life and energy on Earth, suddenly vanished. Not with a fiery explosion, not slowly dimming but simply ceasing to exist. One instant, it hangs in the sky as it always has. The next, nothing. At first, you'd never know. The sunlight we bask in every day actually takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to travel from the sun to Earth. For those precious moments, birds would sing, traffic would crawl, conversations would flow, all under the illusion of a world unchanged. But then, the sky would shift. Daylight would collapse into a darkness deeper than any night you've ever known. The stars would blaze above, clearer and colder, while panic would ripple through the world below. The immediate aftermath would be confusion. Power grids flickering, satellites suddenly unanchored, animals sensing something profoundly wrong. A collective, primal anxiety would settle over the planet as people realized this was no ordinary blackout. The world's clocks would keep ticking, but time itself would feel unmoored. Within hours, the temperature would begin to slide. At first, it would feel like a brisk autumn evening, the kind that hints at winter's approach. But there would be no sunrise to chase away the chill. The Earth, now cut off from its only energy source, would begin to lose heat at a staggering rate. Plants would wither, unable to photosynthesize. Solar panels would become nothing more than dead weight on rooftops. The news would fill with panic, speculation, and desperate hope. But hope would fade as the reality set in. There is no coming back from this. By the second day, the cold would be unmistakable. The air would bite at exposed skin. By the fifth day, oceans would begin to freeze over at the surface, trapping whatever marine life could find shelter near the rare geothermal vents deep below. On land, animals and humans alike would seek warmth wherever they could, huddled around dwindling fires, burning anything that would catch. Governments would scramble to respond, but infrastructure would fail quickly in the relentless cold. By day 8, the world outside would be unrecognizable. Cities would be encased in ice, forests frozen and silent. Most life on the surface would have perished. Humanity, if it survived, would be forced underground, into hastily constructed bunkers, subway tunnels, or whatever shelter could be found. There, in the dark, people would burn the last reserves of fuel, clinging to a thread of life as the world above slipped further into a frozen grave. Weeks would pass. The temperature would plummet to levels inhospitable to all but the hardiest forms of life. The average surface temperature could drop to minus 73 degrees Celsius, or 100 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit. Cars would be frozen solid. Electronics would fail. Any exposed skin would freeze in seconds. Only those with access to deep geothermal shelters would stand a chance. A small, shivering remnant of humanity, cut off from the world they once knew. And then, the Earth itself would begin to drift. Without the sun's gravitational pull, our planet would no longer orbit the center of the solar system. Instead, Earth would become a rogue planet, floating through the vast emptiness of space. The moon, too, would drift away, its gentle tidal pull lost forever. The familiar rhythms of day and night, of tides and seasons, would be gone. Earth would be a frozen, silent marble, forgotten in the cosmic void. If any humans survived, they would do so in silence, deep beneath the ice, clustered around the last vestiges of warmth from the planet's cooling core. The world above would be lost, a memory fading with every passing day. The sun is not just a light in our sky. It is the heartbeat of our planet, the force that makes life, warmth, and hope possible. Without it, Earth is not just dark, it is forgotten. So next time you feel the sun's warmth, remember, it is all that stands between us and the endless cold of space.